Rudolf Steiner himself was incredibly spiritual. I think Balinese people would call him an orang pintar. He was born with a spiritual vision. By the time he was 7, he already realized he was different. He could see the spiritual beings behind the trees, the bamboo, the flowers. As probably most children can. It's just that when they start to talk about it with adults or older siblings, they say, I can't see that. And then they start to shut away this spiritual perception which a lot of children have. Rudolf Steiner insisted, he was very, very strong-willed and insisted on carrying this spiritual vision through the rest of his life. When he went to school, he realized there was something missing. They only taught this physical, materialistic view of the world. Same when he went to university. And in his 20s, he vowed, basically, to try all he could to convey his spiritual vision to the world. And the only way he could be taken seriously was through an academic language. So he wrote his first book in his 20s, The Philosophy of Freedom, in which he proved in the latest philosophical academic way the existence of God and the spiritual world and the human freedom. And he went through this period of writing and giving speeches, intense meditation and introversion, where incredible spiritual wisdom was revealed to him. He was prolific at giving speeches, lectures all around Europe. But this wasn't enough. It was touching his thinking. It was coming into the words through the books and the speeches, but he wanted to bring it further down. So I'm going like this because it came into his feeling realm. So he developed the artistic way. Once you've contacted the spiritual world, you can talk about it, you can intellectualize it, you can try and make it academic. But then next we want to create with it. So incredible architecture arose, new architecture that no one had ever seen before. Ways of painting, drawing, sculpting, music. He wrote mystery dramas. So we had a 7-year phase where the arts flourished in brand new ways. And these arts were ways of expressing spiritual revelation. This was kind of during the First World War. And at the end of the First World War, Europe, of course, was in ruins, and he turned his attention to more relevant, more practical details. How are we going to rebuild Europe? How are we going to organize society? What about education? What about medicine, farming? So he gave lecture cycles on all of these things, and the first Waldorf school was built just in the last 7 years of his life. So to give you a picture of Rudolf Steiner, he didn't set out to be an educationalist. He set out to bring the spirit down here into physical reality.